Good evening, Bruin football fans. Welcome to the first game of the UCLA 1972 schedule. I'm Tom Harmon, and on my left is UCLA's Heisman Trophy All-American Gary Beeben. We'll be sharing this Channel 5 microphone with you all during the 1972 season. Well, Beebs, tonight is the big night. I guess if you got to open, there's nobody going against a national champion that's any better, huh?
Well, in 65, we had the same story, except we didn't know our opponents were the national champions going for their third straight title. I think Pepper Rogers told a great story when he told Rick Baska, how do you stop Nebraska? He says, get by the All-American center, stop the greatest sophomore quarterback they've ever had, blow by their All-American fullback, and tackle one of the best backs in Johnny Rogers in the country. That's how you beat Nebraska. It's going to be a great football game.
32 games without a defeat kind of gives you an incentive. It kind of builds up a morale within a player to say, well, golly, we've gone this far, 2 straight national championships back-to-back, which isn't certainly easy. Now they kind of have the incentive that they don't want to be the one to lose it.
Exactly. It gives you great momentum. They've got to come onto the football field and feel that they are going to win this football game. It's no doubt about it. You don't want to be on the team that doesn't win the national championship.
They talk about these two ball clubs, and if you talk experience-wise, UCLA is certainly the team that is the underdog. However, in the all-important part of it, actually, young Dave Humm, I think is the boy's name. Gary, you know him very well from over at Las Vegas, will be the starting quarterback for Nebraska. And, of course, my son, Mark Harmon, will be going for UCLA. It's the first time either of the quarterbacks have faced major competition, and that could be a little jumpy.
Both of them are going to be under pressure. You know, Tom, last Thursday night, the Bruins came into the Coliseum, over half of the ball club. It was the first time they were in the Coliseum as players and not spectators. So it's going to be an opening for each ball club, especially for Harmon and Humm.
Well, it's going to be a good football game. Two good teams based solidly in fundamentals. We'll be right back with the opening kickoff after this word. Well, it's a magnificent house tonight at the Los Angeles Coliseum for the first game of the Bruins schedule against the national champion, Nebraska Cornhuskers. And in the center of the field, we see the co-captains of each ball club. Number 54 is Doug Dumler, the Nebraska center. Number 55 is Bill Jansen, the defensive left tackle. On the opposite side, number 29 is Alan Ellis, the Bruin defensive halfback, and big Bruce Walton, number 74, the offensive tackle for UCLA. They are having a conversation in the center of the field. The gentleman in the white cap is Dave Kamansky, who will be the referee. Kamansky flips the coin, and we'll find out who won it. It apparently is a toss that is won by Nebraska. We'll see what happens. He is pointing to UCLA, and he is now taking Nebraska, indicating that Nebraska obviously won the toss, will elect to receive. So the Cornhuskers will have first shot. The Bruins will have to stop them to get the football. We'll see what happens. The kickoff man, of course, for UCLA will be the mighty mite, Efren Herrera, the little guy who can really whack it. And the very dangerous man on the receiving end of the thing will be Johnny Rogers, who probably is one of the outstanding run-back artists in college football. Last year, and obviously much better this year. Gary, he's a lot of dynamite back there, the little guy, number 20.
Well, I think any college football fan will remember what he did to Oklahoma and Alabama with great punt returns. Probably made some of the finest moves that we'll see a running back make in college. An outstanding running back. Obviously, Herrera will definitely have it in his mind to kick away from number 20, Johnny Rogers.
The other man who will be doubling back there, number 1 is Herrera, as you see on your screen, will be Rich Bahet. He is on the right side, Rogers on the left. Rogers obviously feeling that Herrera, being a right-footed kicker, a soccer-style kicker, will kick the ball with an arc going to his left, and Rogers is lined up in that area. We'll find out if Pepper Rogers, the UCLA coach, has any special strategy, whether the ball will be placed on the sides. They're moving it over to the hash marks on the far side of the field, 20 yards in from the north sidelines. Gary?
Well, you're seeing it right now. I'm sure that's the first indication to try and have Efren probably kick it for that coffin corner to the left of Johnny Rogers, definitely away from Rogers.
Well, we'll find out in just a moment. We're ready to go with UCLA Bruin football. And Herrera gets the kick. The kick is high, short at the 23-yard line. Coming back upfield, down he goes at the 35-yard line. Herrera's kick was short, taken off by the short man, number 46, which was Maury Damkroger. Tom Waddell, number 72, made the stop. And so the Huskers will put it in play on their own 35-yard line. UCLA's defense. The man who is in there is Dave Humm, number 12, at the quarterback spot. Humm hands off to Oles. Oles tries the left side, gets it out to about the 37-yard line. In on the tackle is Rick Baska, along with Rich Gunther. A pickup on the play of 2 yards. It'll be second down, 8 yards to go. The Cornhuskers in the white jerseys. Gary, excuse me, to identify yourself. The Bruins in the light blue. A flanker this time. Rogers on the right side. Single back is Oles. Humm, quick pitching back to Oles. Flips to the outside, drives, and gets across the 40 to the 43-yard line. And he drove right over one tackler that time. Fred McNeil finally made the stop short of the first down.
Here's a shot of Humm. He'll be pitching to his left to Bill Oles, who's an outstanding running back. Actually, the number 2 rusher for Nebraska last year behind Kinney, but actually the number 1 runner, yards per carry. He's an outstanding runner. You've got to tackle him well, or he'll run over you.
It's third down and 2, and this time it's Oles. He tries the center, and I don't know whether he made it or not. We'll wait and see where they mark the football. It looks like it is a first down. It is. He got up and was pushed back. Rick Baska made the tackle. It's a first down for Nebraska.
During the spring and early fall, it's been a question of UCLA's defense. I think Coach Rogers and the staff is somewhat confident on their offense, of course, unless you're playing against Nebraska. But the question mark this year has been the defense. There's a lot of young men out there right now.
All right, it's the I formation. Rogers slotted on the right side. Ball on the 45-yard line. Humm this time going back to throw. Passes over the center. Pass is caught by Rogers. And he is pulled down on the 26-yard line. On the first play, Jim Bright made the tackle. Jimmy Allen took a shot at him but missed him. And you see the little elusive guy by the name of Johnny Rogers from Omaha, generally ranked as one of the outstanding preseason All-Americans, picking off the first pass from Dave Humm. Good protection. First and 10. The Huskers are on the move. Humm this time hands off to Oles. Oles is hit and dropped at the 26-yard line. Pulled down over there at that play by number 68, which is Gerald Peak and Fred McNeil.
Dave Humm, the starting Nebraska quarterback, is only a sophomore. He's 6'2", 186 pounds from Las Vegas. He broke every freshman record at Nebraska. And they're looking for him to take the place of Jerry Taggy.
All right, Rogers slots on the right side this time in the I formation as Humm looks it over. Allen comes over to take Rogers on, man-to-man. Humm driving to the right side and is grabbed off. Fumble on the play. Who got it? Scramble, let's see. Ball is recovered by Nebraska on the 28-yard line.
Oh, we need those.
Gary Dixon just barely pulled that football away. But it's third down and 12 yards to go. Big play now for the Cornhuskers.
Gary Dixon, native of California, Oxnard, in fact, one of the 2 Californians in the starting lineup, the other being Bill Slowey of Hawthorne for Nebraska.
All right, Humm's going to go into passing formation. Rogers slotted way right as Humm goes back to throw. He passes way long. Pass is incomplete. Jimmy Allen, man-to-man, 20 on 20, dogging Rogers' footsteps. The pass was long, incomplete.
I'll tell you, that's a tough assignment for Allen. It looked like he had him one-on-one. Johnny Rogers is the all-time Big 8 pass receiver.
On the isolation now, you can see Rogers going downfield. Jimmy Allen is a big guy coming into UCLA as a transfer. He gives Rogers a chuck right there, which is allowable. Stays right with him, and the pass was overthrown. All right, Sangster trying for the field goal. The kick is going to be short, and UCLA takes over the football.
All right. So the first time in the field for 1972, the Bruin defense has proved itself for the first time out. And here comes the wishbone.
UCLA taking over the wishbone. 1st and 10 on their 20. As Sanger's kick was short. And the Bruins are out of the huddle. Mark Harmon at the quarterback spot. Campbell is the fullback. On a quarterback sneak, it's Harmon over the left side to about the 23-yard line. On a quick opener, no chance for even a fake that time. Just took the ball, faked right, shot to the left side. And that might just be to keep perhaps the best middle guard in the business, Rich Glover, a little bit honest, Gary.
Rich Glover, Mr. Everything. He's probably a candidate and one of the few defensive ones we'll ever see for the Heisman Trophy. Just a great middle guard.
2nd down, 7 yards to go. The handoff this time comes into Alexander, and he moves it across to the 27-yard line. And the man on the middle of that was Manstedt and Glover making the tackle.
Some of the defensive Nebraska players to watch. Number 79, Rich Glover. Number 81, Willie Harper. Number 42, a linebacker, Bill Slowey from California. Number 27, Joe Blockhawk. All potential or credited All-Americans already. So you have 4 at least All-Americans in Nebraska's defense.
It's 3rd down, about 4 yards to go. The Bruins needing the big 4 against the tough Nebraska defense. The handoff this time comes in to McAllister. He's still on his feet. He breaks to the outside. He's at the 45, the 40, and out of bounds at the 39. Playhack pushed him out. And don't think that James McAllister is going to be stopped with one man. The big running back, the first time he carried the football, 33 yards.
No, we need to see that. We saw it during spring training. We saw it during the fall. We didn't know if we'd see it against Nebraska the first time he carries the ball, 33 yards.
The wishbone. The fullback, Campbell, carrying the ball straight up to the 36-yard line that time. John Pitts, the right linebacker, making the tackle for Nebraska. Pickup of about 3 yards. Call it 2nd and 7. No score in the ball game. We've got 10:22 left in the first quarter. Pepper Rogers walking down the sidelines, watching the action here.
Coach Rogers is 2-2 against Bob Devaney, playing him in the Big 8 with Kansas.
Lyman splits wide to the left side. The wishbone. Harmon faking back, going to pass. Throws long. Pass is long. Over the head of the intended receiver, Jack Lassner.
Mark had him open. It's tough on the first throw of the night to go long, but it's better to overshoot than underthrow. Lassner was open, the tight end. After the fake, good play fake in the backfield. And this is what Rogers has told us all year long, what's going to happen on that wishbone. You keep hitting them with the fakes off tackle on the outside, and it does open those receivers.
It'll be 3rd down, 7 yards to go. The Bruins now trying to take advantage. Get that ball a little closer. Again, the pass this time is dropped, almost caught. Fine try by Brad Lyman, couldn't quite hold on to it. Pass is incomplete, and so we've got Herrera coming into the game to shoot for the field goal, Little Efren. And he's got the range to bang it through there with that soccer style as the Bruins have moved the football to the Nebraska 35-yard line where it's 4th down. Harmon will hold. Herrera will kick from the 42. So it's a 52-yard shot, including the 10 yards. Efren's kick is blocked, and it's recovered by Nebraska at that point. Somebody came up the middle, and Nebraska makes a big play out of the attempted field goal.
Tom, it was tough to tell if that was either a good play by Nebraska's defense or if the ball just had a low trajectory. It didn't look like it got very high on the kick by Efren.
1st down, 10 yards to go. The ball on the 37. Hum is the quarterback. Oles the single running back. Hum swings to the right side, pitches back out to Oles, and Oles is hit and dropped. Allen in on the play. And it's UCLA's football. Jimmy Allen. No, it isn't. It was recovered by Cal Peterson, number 90.
I'll tell you, the Bruins are hype. There he is on the sideline, making a big play, and UCLA gets the ball back on the 36.
First down, 10 yards to go. The ball on the Nebraska 35. It's McAllister taking it to the 30-yard line. And the red shirts and pants are all over him. But James, with that power drive of his, moved it up for 5 yards. It's 2nd and 5. Pitts making the tackle. Both coaches on both sidelines, the staffs are calling the signals. Defensive for Nebraska, the offensive plays for UCLA. All right, it's the flanker is Lyman, spread wide left, the wishbone. Harmon, reverse handoff this time, and it's Kermit Johnson. Gets it up to about the 26-yard line. Wait for the ball to be marked.
It's like 3rd and 1.
The entire left side of the line took the free ride that time on Johnson. It's 3rd down and a yard to go. Into the backfield for UCLA is Bobby Farrell, number 30.
The Nebraska defensive line, Harper 208, Dutton 248, Glover 233, Jansen 230. They're not small.
And that's the first down. The tackler was number 55, Bill Jansen, but not until James McAllister had made the first down. It's first down, 10 yards to go. The Bruins ball on the Nebraska 24. No score in the ball game.
Great play by
That
Glover.
time, a fine tackle by Rich Glover as Kermit Johnson ran into the middle guard All-American from Nebraska. No gain on the play.
Well, that was just a great play by Glover. Straight reactions.
All right,
There it
here's
is.
watch Glover make the great reaction as McAllister takes the fake and Kermit Johnson makes the move, and there's Mr. Glover.
He must have been in the huddle. What a fine play.
That time, the quarterback kept the play, faking to McAllister, swinging wide, got it back up to about the 22-yard line. Harmon, the ball carrier. Ball is marked down on the 23. It'll be 3rd down, 9 yards to go.
In most situations, it looked like it's a passing down, and Mark has thrown one tonight, incomplete, missing last on a long pass. And here we go for number 3. Actually, he missed a sideline pass to Lyman. It's close. He's about a
It's a
half a
drive.
yard short.
The ball carrier on the play. Kermit Johnson. It's 4th down. And they're going to measure. It's so close. Bill Jansen made the stop. Now the question is, what does Pepper Rogers, the coach, call? There you go for the first down. It looks like it's about a half yard short of the first down.
First tough call of the night. Boy, for a young offense, this team has kept its poise. The Bruins are relatively young. New backs, a new quarterback, no penalties so far, and they're playing a far experienced Nebraska defense.
All right, UCLA needs a half yard. Nebraska digs in. 4th down. He got it. Harmon on the quarterback sneak. First down.
Coming in the ball game, this crowd was quiet. The LA crowd was quiet. They're responding now. Pepper said if we have any chance against Nebraska, the offense has to move the ball. They've got to keep the ball away from the potent Nebraska offense. And so far, the Bruins have done that for the first 9 minutes of the first quarter.
McAllister, the ball carrier, got up to the 11-yard line. Man who was on the bottom of the pile was Rich Glover, along with Randy Borg, number 19, making the tackle on McAllister. A pickup of 2 yards. It's 2nd down and 8.
Glover's not that tall. He's only 6'1", but he's so quick, 234 pounds, very strong. Look how close he gets to that center.
Oh! That time, a driving tackle by the left end. Steve Manstedt straightened up Mark Harmon, the quarterback, before he had a chance to get out of his tracks. A loss on the play.
And that is one way to very quickly stop the wishbone. Mark misread the play. If that defensive end is blowing in like that, you've got to give it to the first man through. But he made a fine play.
Third down, about 12 yards to go. This time, it's McAllister, and he gets to the 9-yard line. The ball just about in the center of the field. And in comes Herrera. Pitts made the tackle. And Efren Herrera is going to be called upon for that talented right foot.
McAllister in his varsity debut has carried the ball 4 times for 48 yards. Obviously, he had a big 35-yard carry, but the second series that the Bruins had the ball.
Herrera's kick is good. Harmon holding. And the UCLA Bruins, with 4:26, go out in front of the Nebraska Cornhuskers, 3-0. With 4:26 left in the first quarter, the score is UCLA 3, Nebraska 0. Herrera's last kick was a high, short kick, fielded by the fullback. Let's see what happens this time. It's the same man. Dan Kroger gets the football, is hit, knocked down at the 27-yard line. UCLA apparently is not going to take any chance kicking to Rogers. The tackle made by Ramsey. Herschel Ramsey from Pasadena making the stop for the Bruins. Into the ball game is Dave Hum, number 12, quarterback for Nebraska, youngster, sophomore from Las Vegas. And the flanker to the right side is Frosty Anderson from the I formation now. Handing off on the reverse to Rogers. Rogers comes upside, gets to the 34-yard line where Jimmy Allen made the tackle.
So quick, so elusive. Just a fine runner, and probably one of the finest in the country. Very comparable to Greg Pruitt, of course, of Oklahoma. Both small, very compact, very quick.
Second down, 2 yards to go. The Huskers have got the football on their own 35. UCLA leads 3-0. Hum handing off to the fullback, straightaway power. He goes up to the 44-yard line. That time it was Dixon, Gary Dixon, coming close to home. Young man from Oxnard, California. Now watch him barrel up the center.
Boy, that Nebraska line was really firing off that time. It just buried that UCLA defense. You don't see a blue shirt past the line of scrimmage. Great blocking. They've talked to themselves on that sidelines.
1st and 10. The Huskers ball on the 42. Hum quick pitching. Back again to Dixon. He is dropped at the 47-yard line that time. Coming over is Gerald Peak, number 68, to make the tackle, along with Fred McNeil. A pickup of about 3 yards. Call it 2nd and 7. Ball on the 46-yard line of Nebraska. So far, the Cornhuskers have been utilizing the I formation, primarily with the fullback doing most of the power running. Hum handing off this time. Again, it's the fullback. He gets out to the midfield stripe. Tripped up at that point by Ramsey, Herschel Ramsey, who knocked him off his feet. The ball was down just inside the 50-yard line in Nebraska's territory. And so it's 3rd down and 3, Gary. A big play for the Bruin defense.
They can bend. They just cannot break. They cannot break against this Nebraska offense.
Rogers goes in motion to the right side. Hum hands off. There's a hole. And it's Dixon who's got the first down as he goes to the UCLA 45-yard line. Cal Peterson made the tackle. Big hole over the right side. Fine job of blocking by Nebraska's front line. It's 2:26 left in the first quarter. UCLA leading 3-0. And the Cornhuskers moving now into UCLA territory on the Bruin 45. Hum is the quarterback from the I formation. Hum going back, pitching out to the outside, and he is tackled as he got to the 43-yard line. Riding him down on the play was Steve Hocano and Cal Peterson.
You got to pin that Rogers up against the sidelines. If you get some running room, he's going to be gone on you. Good pursuit by the Bruin Blue defense. A lot of those names on defense this year will be brand new. Hocano and Herschel Ramsey. Those are brand new names for the Bruins, as most of them are.
Again from the I formation. Hum coming in, handing off to Rogers. Rogers gets away from one man. Still on his feet, is pulled down at the 38.
Oh, we saw a couple moves right there. I think that was Baska that missed the first shot on a wingback reverse. And you just can't
watch
miss
the
Rogers.
elusiveness of this guy. That's
Right
a
here.
delay reverse. Watch Rogers fake there. Beautiful move as he got away from a tackler.
He moves so quick laterally. He doesn't lose any speed when he stops.
Third down.
So important.
3 yards to go for Nebraska. Again, through the center.
They
This
got it.
time he didn't get it.
Oh, there's a great play there.
And the guy in the middle was Greg Norfleet, number 63, who shot through from his right guard spot to pull down the runner before he got a chance to get in there. That was Dixon, the ball carrier. And it's 4th and 1. And the Cornhuskers apparently are going to go for it. Hum hands off to the right side.
I don't think he did it.
I don't think he did either. There's a pileup. The ball is marked at the 36-yard line. It's going to be close. UCLA takes over. And Rich Gunther and Greg Norfleet were the two guys who were down there digging it out in the tough spot to stop the Nebraska drive. The Bruins in the wishbone from their own 35. The handoff on the first man through is Johnson, the ball carrier, gets it up to about the 39-yard line. No, it wasn't. It was Gary Campbell, the carrier. Jansen made the tackle for Nebraska. Pickup of 2 yards, 2nd and 8.
I think we'll see the fullback carrying the ball a lot. The defensive ends are going up the field. Their responsibility, it seems, this evening is to contain the quarterback and the pitch man. So Campbell and Tyler Schumann are going to have a very busy night.
And so, at the end of the first quarter, the score is UCLA 3, Nebraska nothing. UCLA's ball on their 38. The handoff, first man through. It's McAllister, and he goes to the 44-yard line. James McAllister pulled down by John Pitts, making the tackle with Jim Branch. McAllister really hits that line like a runaway train. Boy, he gets there quick.
For a big man, he's got a lot of quickness off the ball. Important stat out of the first half. The Bruins on offense had the ball for 17 plays. Nebraska had it for 17 plays.
It's third down, a big 2 yards. Tough down for the Bruins. The handoff this time, second man through. It's Kermit Johnson, but in to make the tackle is John Pitts, number 56, as he stopped him at the 45-yard line. Pickup of about a yard on the play, so it's 4th down. And for the first time today, Bruce Barnes in the ball game, UCLA's premier kicker, one of the finest college kickers in the country. Well, next Saturday, the Bruins will be in Pittsburgh to battle the Panthers. Then 2 weeks from tonight, Saturday, September 23rd at 7:30, the Bruins will be back in the Coliseum to host the defending Big Ten champions, the Michigan Wolverines. Reserve tickets, dial UCLA 101 as Barnes gets off his kick.
John Rogers
takes it at the 15.
Watch
Starts
out.
back. Cuts to the inside. Is knocked down at the 32-yard line. Russ Leal making the tackle. UCLA now on the defense as the Cornhuskers, trailing 3-0, take possession of the football on their own 32-yard line. Anderson flanks out wide to the left side. The quarterback is Dave Hum. Olds is back in there at fullback. Hum faking, back to throw, looking, throws downfield. The pass is incomplete. Intended for Anderson. In and out of his hands. He got up in the air, but he couldn't get to it.
UCLA has their linebackers dropping deep. Both passes that Hum has thrown, one for a complete to Rogers. The linebackers have just missed that ball, but both receivers have been wide open, so that secondary is going to have to get a little more alert. Hum is throwing pretty well.
It's second down, 10 yards to go. Again, Anderson flanks left. Rogers inside of him. Hum this time handing off the second man through. It's Dixon. He gets it out. A fumble on the football. UCLA's got it. Allen Ellis cracked that ball loose from Gary Dixon. And watch this tackle as Ellis comes up hard from the safety position.
There's Dixon running with the ball from Oxnard, California. He's breaking through the line. He's into the secondary, and here's just a tough stick to knock that ball loose. And when you're 17-point underdogs, you need these breaks right here. Good reactions to pick up that ball.
Flanker for UCLA. Is Lyman going out to the right side. Fake. Touchdown! Beautiful strike on the dead run to Brad Lyman. Mark Harmon racking it in there for 6 points.
That's a 36-yard touchdown pass right on the button. Great fake. Glover, that defensive line, does not know where the ball is. In his first college game, a lot of poise right here. And a perfect strike. Lyman running a post pattern. He's pretty well covered. It only took a perfect throw. Look how well he's covered right here. A little too little jump and a great catch by Lyman.
Herrera makes the extra point. It is now 10-0. UCLA with 13 minutes and 25 seconds left to play in the first half. Nebraska again with Rogers as the deep man with Baja. Herrera again kicks into the right-hand corner. Baja takes it at the 20. Coming downfield. Dropped on the 40-yard line. Driving tackle made at that point by Jimmy Allen, number 20. And Greg Davenport also in on the stop.
By kicking that ball away from Rogers, the Bruins have given the Nebraska offense some fine field position. Twice on the 35 and 36, now on the 40. So they've started with the ball in good position every series of plays so far tonight.
Hum is the quarterback. He's back to throw. Throws over the center. The pass is incomplete. Again intended for Anderson. Jimmy Bright defensively covering along with Steve Hocano.
You know, we heard from spring and fall training that Hum was not throwing the ball too well. He's put that ball right in there for 4 times this evening. He's only had 1 complete, but the other 3 have been dropped.
Again, it's Anderson. Flanked to the left side. Rogers goes out to the right as Hum again in the quarterback spot. Hum coming straight back, and he's being rushed this time. Throws hurriedly. Pass is caught out of bounds at the 45-yard line. First down, Nebraska.
It's Jerry Lisk on the reception, probably a potential All-American at tight end, coming off a bad back injury and surgery. Hum made a fine play under pressure, actually threw that ball. Falling backwards, it had a lot of stuff on it.
All right, Nebraska apparently going to take to the air to try to get back in this ball game. They trail 10-0. Hahn handing off to Dixon as the second man comes through, and he moves it down to the 34-yard line. Hocano was the first guy to hit him, along with Allen. But the Cornhuskers are coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah, I think that defense is bending a little too much here. You've got to get tough. You can't expect Nebraska to lay down. These players have been on 2 national title winners. They're not going to fall down for you. You're going to have to beat them.
All right, Hum again. Olds is the fullback. Hum faking back to throw. Passes incomplete.
I'll tell you what.
That was Jerry List, who just caught the last one but dropped that one.
I just wonder if it's a night football game. Tom Hum is right on target on every throw, and these balls are bouncing right out of his receiver's hands. That can get that quarterback a little upset. He's going to have to talk to those receivers.
It's second down, 10 yards to go. The ball on the UCLA 35. Rogers is slotted to the right side. The handoff again to the second man. It's Dixon. Hall closes as he gets to about the 31-yard line. Cal Peterson in on that tackle, along with Greg Norfleet, number 63. The Bruins, an untested defensive line outside of their two ends, who are the only experienced men, but so far tonight, those young, inexperienced Bruins have been fighting this Nebraska offense to a standstill. It's third down. Big play for the Cornhuskers. Hum going back to throw. He is being rushed. He throws a screen. Coming up to the other side is Rogers. He's not going to get it.
I'll tell you.
He is down to the 27-yard line. He's got about 3 to go. No, it's Olds, the ball carrier, on the screen pass to the left.
There were some fine reactions by that Bruin defense because Olds looked like he had a lot of room to run. That was a good...
Apparently, Gary, that Nebraska is going to go for it. They're fourth down and 3.
Every time they've thrown a pass, Tom, their receivers have been pretty well open. That secondary and those linebackers are going to have to start covering those kids because they'll start catching that ball pretty soon. Oh, big hole.
Rogers has got the first down as he goes to the 18 on a reverse around the left side. Jimmy Allen made the tackle. Cal Peterson also helped. So the Cornhuskers get the important first down. Rogers is flanked to the right side. UCLA leads 10-0. Nebraska driving. Ball on the 18-yard line. First and 10. Hum handing off to the first man. This time it's Dixon as he goes to the 15-yard line. Tackled by Cal Peterson. Pickup of 2 yards. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Gary Dixon's been the workhorse for that Nebraska offense tonight. He's carried the ball for 10 times for 46 yards. But the Cornhuskers are moving right here. We've got to put up a wall.
Rogers in motion to the left side. Hum handing off to Dixon, the second man. And Dixon runs into a powder blue jersey on the left. Got to about the 12-yard line where he is knocked back. And a guy on the bottom of that pile was Gerald Peak, along with Greg Norfleet.
That defense has to assume when the Cornhuskers get down here, they actually have 2 plays to make those 4 yards. The last 2 times on fourth down, they've gone for the first down.
All right, Rogers lines up as a flanker inside. It's third and about 3 yards. Hum hands off to the second man through. Dixon hits it. I don't think he got the first down. We'll wait for the measurement. It's close. The official looks as though it's going to be close enough. No, he signals that he wants a measurement. He signals it is a first down.
Well, the first real test for the Bruin defense of 72. It's on the 8-yard line, first down for Nebraska.
First and goal for Nebraska. Hum, quick pitching, back out to Dixon. Dixon is ridden out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. Herschel Ramsey pushing him out of bounds. Gary Dixon is from Oxnard, California. No doubt he's probably got his family here tonight, Gary.
I'll tell you, we got 2 boys. Slowey on defense is from Hawthorne, so we have 2 starters from California. There are actually 12 overall Californians on the Nebraska roster.
All right, the Nebraska coaching staff is sending in the plays. It's second and goal from the 7. Hum this time going back to the right side. Pass is incomplete. Pass, I think, was deflected. I don't know if somebody got a hand on it, but the ball was away from the intended receiver, Bob Ravel.
Tough throw. Hum is a left-hander. He was running to his right. Really didn't have much time to set up. And here's the score, hard to believe. UCLA 10, Nebraska nothing in the middle of the second quarter.
All right, the Cornhuskers come out now. 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line. Rogers is split to the right side as the flanker. Back to throw, looking, passes. Touchdown. No, he dropped it. Dixon had it, dropped it.
Well, I'll tell you, I think
You certainly can't blame the passer, Gary.
Hey, he put that right on the button. It's got to be, I think, maybe night football. They haven't played, but neither is UCLA. I don't know, Tom. Hum's been putting that ball right on the numbers. And I'll tell you, Hum looks mighty fine to me. He's looking away here, turns around and throws back, and you'll see this ball is right there, and he's throwing under pressure.
All right, Nebraska is going to go for the field goal this time with Rich Sanger kicking from the 14. He gets the kick up. It's no good. The kick is off to the right side. And so, with 9 minutes and 13 seconds left to play in the first half, UCLA leads 10-0. A quick opener on the right side. Quarterback Mark Harmon goes up to the 25-yard line. The ball is marked at the 26. We'll see where he puts it back. That's where it is. Official moves it back just across the 25. Call it a 5-yard gain. Johnson made the tackle.
Tom, I think that quarterback sneak, stepping to his left and then trying to find the hole on the right side, is a totally planned play, trying to react against the quick movement of Glover and Harper, who are such quick and tough defensive people.
McAllister that time, a stone wall as he ran into Willie Harper, the big right end of Nebraska. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
I think in this field position, you're ahead 10-0. I don't think the Bruins will put the ball in the air. Let's be a little safe. Go on the ground and get the first down. It looks like they're taking a little time in that huddle, but I doubt to see the ball going in the air.
Lyman is flanked out to the right side from the wishbone. The pass is out there to Lyman. Lyman cuts to the inside, got back up only to the 28-yard line. A pickup of about 2 yards on the play. And that was caused by that hard-rushing left end. Steve Manstedt, who was really pouring in there on the quarterback passing, got rid of it fast. Lyman made a nice catch, but the pass had no chance of making big yardage because the secondary man of Nebraska was right on top of it. Barnes into punt now.
For the second time tonight, Johnny Rogers will get to do something that is his specialty, return those punts, and he's probably the best in the country.
Barnes putting it way up in the air. Rogers takes it
at
the 28-yard line.
Uh-oh.
Starts to the far side. He's got blockers. Rogers has got blockers. Cuts to the inside, down to the 20. A fumble on the play. The ball is at the 21-yard line.
They haven't made a decision yet. A holding penalty against UCLA. Here's Rogers, and he's so good at this, so dangerous, and you can tell Nebraska sets up a great wall along the right side. Here he's just outrunning our man. That was McAllister missing him, and he's coming down the sideline against a great wall. He's so dangerous. What a great threat to have. It's this type of thing that can change your momentum in a ball game. The penalty has moved the ball down to the 11-yard line, and you're watching Johnny Rogers here on a 49-yard punt return. The uplift to Nebraska to bring them back into the game. Not that they've been out of it so far.
All right, Hum's the quarterback from the 11-yard line. 1st and 11. The ball, and there's a stick by Dixon. Oh, boy.
Contact.
Straightened him up, number 92. And you know who that was, don't you? Young Rod McNeil. Fred McNeil really
here's some
laid
contact.
the leather to him.
Right here on a blitz.
Watch it. Bingo.
And that hurts. I don't think he knew he had the football yet.
All right. Hum is the quarterback. Hum rolling to the left side, going to throw, passes back. The pass is knocked down. There's a penalty flag, and that is against Nebraska.
Offensive interference. That is the first time this evening that UCLA's secondary has had those receivers covered. Fine time when they're down on your 11-yard line. I think this may be only the second penalty of the game. The first came on that punt that we just saw Johnny Rogers, and for an opening game, that shows some great training by the coaches of both sides. Only the second penalty in this ball game.
The ball is moved back to the 26-yard line of UCLA. And so it's third down now. The ball has to go all the way to the 1-yard line for a first down. Hum is the quarterback, and you can bet he's going to put it in the air. Here he comes, UCLA rushing. The pass is out and down to the 11-yard line. Hocano making the tackle on the receiver, who was List, Jerry List. Ball is back to the 11 now. It's fourth down. And again going into the ball game is Rich Sanger, number 43.
Rich Sanger last year broke an NCAA record for the most PATs in a season. It showed you how many times Nebraska scored. He kicked 63 out of 68. He was 6 of 11 on field goals. He's 0 for 2 tonight.
All right, he'll go from the 18. The kick is up this time. It's good. And Nebraska, with 5 minutes and 48 seconds left in the first half, gets on the scoreboard. With 5:48 left, the score is UCLA 10, Nebraska 3. Rich Sanger, number 43, will kick. And it's McAllister and Johnson, the deep men for the Bruins. Sanger gets off a high kick. Johnson takes it at the 7, back to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Cutting inside, down on the 25-yard line. It'll be first down, 10 yards to go. UCLA's ball on their own 25.
Well, once again, as they're going to have to do during this whole ball game, that offense cannot give up the ball on 3 downs and punt away to Nebraska. They're going to have to control it, move it down the field, if nothing else, just to eat up the time.
Bruins ball on their own 25. Nebraska up there now in a very tight defense. Coming in as the linebacker, pulling Harmon down for a loss at the 24-yard line, was John Dutton, the right tackle. Nebraska using a staggered defense now with a 4-3 alignment. 7 men up there within a yard of the line of scrimmage. That time the linebacker Dutton, who lined up a yard behind, came in to make the stop.
That Nebraska defense isn't exactly inexperienced facing the wishbone. They saw it from Oklahoma last year and also Alabama, so they know what they're doing defending that wishbone offense. Now we'll go the other side.
That time the quarterback kept it, got up to about the 28-yard line before he was dropped, as the 2 wide men for Nebraska drifted with the trailing men. Harper making the tackle.
That's the counter pitchback play. Harmon actually takes a step to his left, spins around, and then heads right. Just really a delayed option, and it sometimes can offset people like Glover and Harper, who react so quickly with the quarterback.
It's third down, 7 yards to go. And it's going to be close to the first down. We'll wait for the official to mark it. Driving tackle that time.
Here's Harmon.
Slowey.
Once again, a good fake pitch. Oh, that referee hurt us that time. Harmon turns up the field, and he's just getting by stripes. Actually, his own man may have slowed him down. Number 42, Bill Slowey of Hawthorne, California. Looked like he had his hand inside that face mask. Oh, what a half an inch can mean.
Rogers again back as the return man. Nebraska, famous for their punt returns. Barnes trying to kick away from him. This time he kicks over the right side. The ball bounces, squibs, and there's a pileup. That ball is loose. UCLA has got it. What?
Unless the Nebraska man did not touch it. And that must have been, Rogers must have dived over the ball. Here it is bouncing around. And no, he dived away from it. No Nebraska man touched it, and UCLA just actually downed it.
All right, the ball on the 22-yard line. Hum is the quarterback. Hum handing off to the fullback, Oles. Oles gets back to the 23-yard line, and Herschel Ramsey stopped him dead in his tracks at that point. That UCLA Bruin defense has been doing some job against this #1 rated Nebraska Cornhusker offense. Rogers is split to the right side. Hum going back to throw, looking. Pass is deflected. And the big guy, Tom Waddell of Oceanside, big sophomore, 6'4", got his hand on that football. That's the best defense in the world, a hard rushing line. It's 3rd down and 9 for the Cornhuskers.
Say a word about Herschel Ramsey. He's only a sophomore up from the freshman team. He's playing a fine ball game tonight, and this is the first time he's been on that Coliseum floor in varsity competition anyway, against the #1 team in the country.
Hum again, back to throw. Flag on the play. Rogers cutting inside. Offside called against UCLA, but Nebraska will, of course, refuse it. They'll take the 1st down. Rogers completing the pass.
I think it was the right defensive end that time. Cal Peterson was offside. Just jumped a little before that ball. This is Rogers coming out. Oh, I'd like to see that right now.
Bob Ravel is the flanker to the right side. UCLA leads 10-3. Hum with the ball this time, handing off to the second man through. Big hole in the center of the line. Dixon is the ball carrier, gets to the 48-yard line.
You're going to see some great blocking by that offensive line. Bob Dumbler's been, the center, has been spoken of as an All-American along with the Oklahoma center. Hey, there's some great blocking inside. I'll tell you, Dixon's having a big night. He's carried the ball 15 times for around 55 yards. He's been a workhorse.
It looks like they're trapping on that center play, Gary, the way they can't see the film that good. The 1st down is just short. He's got about a foot to go. But, boy, they run from that like the old single wing, that delay up the middle with everybody coming, including the kitchen sink.
Well, they got some big boys blocking up in front. Dumbler's 230. Bob Wolf is 242. Mike Brehan, another guard, is 225.
It's 2nd down and less than a yard. Rogers back in there, slots inside the right side. Hum going back to throw. Pass is long. Passes, and a penalty flag is called against Allen Ellis.
I'll tell you, I think it was a pretty good call. I think Ellis was indecisive on his coverage because he had Rogers and Anderson coming at him. Fine throw by Hum. And here we'll see Ellis trying to react and come back on the play. It's too bad. I think he did hit the man instead of going for the ball, Tom. I don't think the receiver could have gotten it.
Well, it's a big break for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 2:31 left in the half. They have the ball on the 11-yard line. Hum, the quarterback. Hands off on a reverse this time to Johnny Rogers. Rogers still on his feet. Touchdown. And Allen Ellis missed the tackle on the play. Tackled by Jim Bright.
I'd say a great exhibition of balance right here. It's a reverse. They've done it twice tonight. Here's one missed tackle. You can't arm tackle him. And here's Ellis missing his. And look at that balance right here to get into the end zone. Hey, just a great runner, a fine receiver, a great punt returner. And Nebraska went 78 yards in 6 plays.
And right now is Richer trying to tie it up. His kick is up, and it is good. And with 2:26 left in the first half, the ball game is all tied up, 10-10. Sangster gets off his kick. It's a high one. This time it's coming back again to Johnson. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20. Goes across to the 26-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bruins at that point. Highland making the tackle. So UCLA has 2 minutes and 21 seconds to move the football, or again face that dangerous prospect of kicking to Johnny Rogers.
Well, I hope they don't have to do that again in the first half. That offense has got to start moving that ball. The last couple times they've fallen short, by a half inch or a half a yard for a first down. I'll tell you that
Johnson is the ball carrier,
tough.
And there's a penalty flag down. There's a penalty flag thrown. Johnson got about 2 yards.
That looks like a face mask.
And it is a face mask call. That's an automatic first down. The handoff this time. The pitch back. And it is recovered by Johnson. Glover that time made the tackle on the quarterback, and 2 Huskers were right there on top of Kermit Johnson, but he recovered the football. The tackle was made by Ford, number 19, the right cornerback.
Well, it was a lucky bounce for the Bruins in that pitch. We saw 3 All-Americans on that play. Glover tackling the quarterback, Harper and Blahak going after the Kermit Johnson and the bouncing football. Bruins were lucky on that play.
This time McAllister into the center of the line, and he runs into Harper. And the other man in there on that tackle, Glover, also in on the play. That Nebraska defense is mighty tough. UCLA electing to hold on to the football here. Apparently not interested in putting it into the air. 1 minute left in the first half. 1 minute and 2 seconds. 3rd down, big yardage. Pass is caught by Lyman, but it's out of bounds.
Just out of bounds. I'll tell you, it was a pretty fair country throw, though. Just out of bounds. If the field would have been a yard wider, we'd have had it. Harmon's doing some good moving here under pressure, getting away from Dutton, and here's the throw. And this is Lyman on a corner pattern right between 2 men. And a pretty fine throw. He just happens to grab the ball out of bounds. Or does he? Yeah, he's on the white.
Barnes now into punt for UCLA. Barnes now trying to really angle that football away from Rogers.
No, he's got
it this time. Comes up the middle, but he is dropped at the 34-yard line. 38 seconds left to play in the first half. Klosterman made the tackle for UCLA. It's a 10-10 ball game.
Tom, if we can hold for 38 seconds here, needless to say, I'm sure the coaching staff and the Bruins would be ecstatic to go off the field. 10-10. A busy man tonight, returning punts, kickoffs, down the field on those passes, and he's been the pretty big play runner for Nebraska this evening.
Back to throw. Passes over the center. The pass is complete, but dropped at the 39-yard line. McNeil made the tackle on the play. Glenn Garson was the receiver.
Here's
right
Dave.
halfback. Hum calls for a timeout with 17 seconds to come to the sidelines to talk it over with head coach Bob Devaney. Nebraska obviously going to go to the air to try and get that big play, to get that ball close enough for a try for 3 points. We'll see what happens. Hum handing off on a delay. This time it's the fullback, but he is dropped before he gets too far by Baska. Rick Baska wasn't fooled on the delay. The ball goes down at the 41-yard line.
And Nebraska may not get another playoff, and I don't think they're going to try. They're going to go into halftime 10-10.
So there it is, the end of the first half. And the score is UCLA 10, Nebraska 10.
Number on the stats for the first half gives Nebraska most of all an edge in most of the important ones. First downs, Nebraska had 11, UCLA had 5. Total yardage, they picked up 196 yards to UCLA's 137. And probably for the most important one for UCLA is Nebraska had 41 plays to UCLA's 29. That is one thing UCLA cannot allow in the second half if they're going to stay in the ballgame. The big runner for UCLA has been Jim McAllister. He's had the ball 7 times for 54 yards. Harmon has been 2 for 5 in the air, but a big touchdown pass, a 46-yarder to Brad Lyman to give UCLA a 10-0 lead. Nebraska came back later on in the second quarter to tie it up 10-10. Dave Humm is 6 for 13, but we've seen 5 balls dropped by his receivers. He really should be about 12 for 13 or 11 for 13. He's picked up 82 yards in the air. Johnny Rogers has had the ball 5 times. He's gained 35 yards, scored a 12-yard touchdown, but has been most effective on the punt returns and also as a receiver. He has been the big threat for Nebraska this evening and actually has kept them into the ball game with the Bruins, who came out strong in the first quarter, ended up the first half hanging on as Nebraska tied them 10-10.
We'll be right back to start the action for the second half in just a moment. Sanger, number 43, kicking off to UCLA, and the deep men are McAllister and Johnson. Sanger has been kicking high, not very far, and there's another one. This time it comes back to McAllister at the 5. James swings to the outside, gets by one man at the 20, still on his feet at the 25, and he is apparently downed a clipping at the 21-yard line.
I think they called Kermit Johnson on the clip there.
So the ball is taken back as Johnson, attempting to block for McAllister, moved the ball back to the 11-yard line, and the Bruins have got a long haul to go. Campbell is the fullback, McAllister and Johnson the runners. The quarterback sneak this time, gets out to the 16-yard line. Harmon running over the right side, faking to the left. Glover went with the fake. The quarterback then shot over the right for a 5-yard gain.
Here he is, faking and just finding the first hole and trying to get as much yardage as possible. This is not going to break for a touchdown, but it is going to get you out of a hole. And that's exactly where UCLA is starting the second half, deep in their own territory on the 16-yard line.
Second down, 5 yards to go. The handoff this time is McAllister, and he got up to about the 19-yard line before he is forced back. Official has got his foot marked at that point anyway. We'll see. Glover was on the bottom of the pile, along with the right side. Pitts also in on the play.
I think that UCLA offense has to come around with a first down. I think the last 4 or 5 times they've had the ball, they haven't been able to move that ball or pick up a first down, and it's time to get your confidence back here against this Nebraska defense.
McAllister cuts to the inside. I think he's got the first down. He's out to the 21-yard line.
I'll tell you, it wasn't a very long run, but there were some fine moves put on by number 32 there.
The official, Kamansky, calls for the line yards to be brought in. John Dutton made the hit on McAllister after James took the pitch out from the quarterback. Going to be close. We'll see what happens.
Well, we could really use it here.
They got it. First down, UCLA.
Tom, not only do you have to keep this ball moving against Nebraska, the offense has to get its confidence against a football team like this. We're coming off a bad year offensively in 1971. I'm sure they've been pecked up at halftime here, but I think they've got to move the ball in the second half and know that they're capable of moving it against a fine Nebraska defense, perhaps the best they'll play all year.
Come on, Mac.
McAllister, the ball carrier, out to the 25-yard line, across the 25 to about the 26. Jansen, the left tackle, is on the bottom of the pile with all kinds of white jerseys helping out. Pickup of about 4 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6. We don't know whether Nebraska has loosened up their defense a little bit. They were awfully tight and tough in the first half. And he's out to about the 30-yard line. Mark Harmon on the quarterback keep, going over the left side. Pulled down by the right end, Steve Manstedt. Short of the first down. We'll wait for the official to mark the ball.
Well, they're going to have to measure this one.
Well, Bruce Walton is the captain. He's standing right there, big number 74. That's his option of making that official bring that marker in anytime he thinks that it's close enough to be a first down. We'll see whether it is or isn't. Official puts the end of it down there. It's awful close. He's got to get down to take a real look at it.
It just has to touch that thing now.
So Bruce Walton's eyesight wasn't too bad,
No,
by
it
golly.
wasn't.
He thought it was awful close, and it sure was, about as close as it can get. Well, as he said, third down and an inch to go.
All right.
And Mark Harmon taking the quarterback sneak that time, veering away, got the first down with about 2 yards to spare. You're snickering there, Gary.
I'll have to tell about that one later on. I hope I don't put the kiss of Randy Gashler, or the kiss on Randy Gashler, or the kiss of death, but he's played a fine game against Glover. That whole offensive line has, and they've done a fine job moving the ball this evening. They've got to keep it going here.
That time it's McAllister again. He gets out to about the 38-yard line. The Bruins are keeping the football on the ground. Borg made the tackle, and they're chewing up the yardage. That's about a 5-yard gain for McAllister.
James has carried the ball 11 times this evening. He's picked up 68 yards. 30 of those, of course, came on a play early in the first quarter, but he looks strong. He's quick off the ball. Hard runner.
The pitch out wide to Johnson. Johnson is trapped as he goes to the sideline, cuts back into about the 41-yard line. Kermit Johnson took the pitch out, was forced into the sidelines. Dutton made the tackle as Kermit cut back. And so it's third and about 3 now.
It's going to be a tough call right here. 3rd and 3. Nebraska's been getting tougher and tougher against the running game. Still somewhat deep in your own territory on the 41. To throw that ball. It'll be a tough call.
And coming in there very quickly to make the tackle on the left side, number 18, George Kairos, along with Rich Glover, the middle man in the line, made the tackle, and he picked up maybe a yard, but not enough for the first down. And so it's 4th down, 2 yards to go. Barnes kicking now. And again, that dangerous Mr. Rogers back there for the punt. Barnes this time trying to kick that football out of bounds, and he does. Ball is out at the 34-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. No, he marks it at the 31.
I'm not sure what Bruce has had for his punting average this evening, but I'm sure it's far short of what he's accustomed to in each of his ball games. But he's had one requirement for the night: try and keep that ball away from Johnny Rogers. Some fine returns, and one all the way for the 49-yard punt return that gave Nebraska its first field goal.
Hum is the quarterback. Dixon and Olds are the runners. Hum going back to throw. He's got time. Passes over the center, and the pass is intercepted by Allen. UCLA's got some shirts out in front of him. Jimmy Allen takes it down to the 15-yard line. The big transfer from Pierce College was at the right spot.
Here's Hum. He had his man open, but he overthrew him. There's a tight end coming across. Yeah, it's actually Johnny Rogers. And here's the other Allen coming back up the field. And the defense reacts well. Got some blockers on defense. If Allen had slowed down just a little here, let 56 and 90 get in front of him, he might have had a chance to get a little further. I think we're happy to be where we are right now.
15-yard line of Nebraska. Bruins football. And the handoff this time comes to the second man. It's Johnson as he goes to the 10. Faking to Campbell, hitting Kermit Johnson as the second man out. Ball is marked just about the 10-yard line. Pickup of about 5 on the play. Harper making the tackle.
Yeah, the Bruins have been effective on their first and second down plays. They've picked up 4 or 5 yards. They've had a hard time on the third down plays, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. Of course, a lot of that has to do with playing against this Nebraska defense.
In tight against him. The handoff is to Campbell. Campbell straight away gets to about the 8-yard line. Pickup of about 3 more. It'll be 2 yards to go. 3rd down. UCLA, 2 big yards.
And this is where it's been really tough for them. 3rd and 2. It even gets tougher where you're getting closer to the goal line, but they haven't been very successful on converting those 3rd down plays, getting that 1st down.
Well, you're up against a very physical line, very physical.
Crowd was getting a little loud there. Harmon and Gashler called them off. And also changing the ball. This is a biggie. I think we should at least get 3 out of here. Should we bring in Efron? We're right in the middle of the field. Whether we go right or left for the 1st down. On options or off tackle, that still keep Efron in pretty good position. Should we have to go for the field goal.
All right, a big play, needs 2 yards. Nebraska digging in. The handoff this time comes back to the inside. And the ball is moved to the floor. That's 1st down.
Hey, they didn't knock McAllister down either.
McAllister got it.
Hey, here's some power here. This man's not only got some quickness off the ball and speed, he's running with some strength. He's got the ball well covered. Hey, there's 3 men on him. Here comes a 3rd, maybe a 4th. I think he's got some strength in his legs, Tom.
Yeah, you might as well try to tackle a house. All right, in tough, 4 yards for the touchdown. UCLA trying to dig it out. Straight away this time. It's Campbell, the ball carrier. He got to the 2-yard line. Randy Glover right smack in the middle of things. It's 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. 10-10 is the score. The UCLA Bruins are fighting the Nebraska Cornhuskers here. Everybody in tight. Touchdown! Mark Harmon on the left side. Good fake. Pulled in the defense. Drove it in. Saw pay dirt and dove for it.
Here it is on the replay. There's the fake to Campbell. And Harmon does one thing. He's diving for that goal line. And he's in. All you have to do is get the helmet over the line. And the Bruins go ahead, 16-10.
But once you get over that last line, that's it.
So the Bruins go 15 yards in 5 plays. Jimmy Allen's interception to keep playing that drive.
And Herrera adds the extra point. And so with 7 minutes and 21 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter, the score is UCLA 17, Nebraska 10. And Rogers, the deep man, and they have attempted to keep that football away from Rogers. Again, it's another high kick. The football at the 31-yard line.
Hey, I've never seen that. Can you call a fair catch on the kickoff?
It looks as though they can. They just did. The ball is down at the 34. Nebraska will take over 1st and 10.
By trying not to kick to Johnny Rogers, once again, the Nebraska offense will start the ball in outstanding field position. They're starting on the 34-yard line.
Hum, the quarterback. The 2nd man through is Dixon. There's a fumble, and UCLA's got it. And the big guy, Tom Waddell, comes up with it. The Bruins have got it on the 33-yard line.
Here it is. I think it's just a mistake between Hum and Dixon. Here's the handoff. No, yeah, it was just a bad handoff. Dixon never really had the ball. And here comes Waddell. Well, enough Bruins are on that apple. Hey, these are the kind of things that cause upsets.
Kermit Johnson, hand-to-hand with the defensive back, going deep with him. George Kairos couldn't hold on to it.
I think Kermit ran so fast he caught up with that ball. I didn't think he had a chance for it. It's a fine play by Johnson.
Pass on the first play, incomplete. Harmon to Johnson. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line. The handoff straight away to the first man through was Campbell. He got it to the 30-yard line. Branch made the tackle.
Here's a big play. It looks like a passing situation. We haven't seen Harmon or the Bruins go to the air.
UCLA, 3rd down, 8 yards to go. The screen pass to the right side to McAllister. Tries to get away, cuts inside. Finally driven out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
He is just not an easy man to bring down.
Ball is marked out at the 26. And it looks as though Efren Herrera is going to come in with that talented right foot of his again. The ball will be kicked from about the 35-yard line, I believe. Herrera is marking it down on the 33. Mark Harmon to hold. Kick is up. It is no good. Ball is off to the left. All right, Nebraska back to try and make a move from their own 20. Hum, the quarterback. Straightaway drive by the fullback. Dan Kroger, the fullback, gets it out to the 25-yard line. Gerald Peak making the tackle for UCLA. 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Nebraska on the ground, trying to drive. Hum, the quarterback, moving to the right side, is pulled out from behind at the 26-yard line. Ramsey, Herschel Ramsey, number 53, this youngster, a sophomore from Pasadena, who is really playing himself a football game tonight. He has really been all over that football field.
We won't
It's
even
3rd
tell
and
us,
3.
Tom, we won't even tell him their size. He's only about 5'11", 200 pounds. He's playing against some big kids doing a great job.
Again, some fine blocking in the center of the line. They get the first down as they go to the 34-yard line. The ball carrier, Goler, a 1st and 10 for Nebraska at the 34-yard line. When you sustain blocks in the center of that line like Nebraska is, you know those big guys are really physical. 1st and 10. Hum moving to the right side. Cutting in, gets to the 40-yard line. Gerald Peak made the tackle. Pickup of about 4 yards. Call it 2nd down and about 6 to go. Nebraska's ball on their own 39. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. UCLA leads 17-10. Hum this time, again handing off to Dixon. He tries to the center of the line, and he is piled up short of the first down as he got to across the 40 to the 42. Norfleet and Ramsey all in on the play.
Big 3rd down for the Bruin defense, 3rd and 2. I don't know, Tom, maybe it might be that wear and tear of playing this Nebraska team so big, so physical against the Bruins here, even offense and defense, and maybe taking its toll here about the end of the 3rd quarter.
2 yards to go for the first down. Hum quick pitching to the outside to Goler. Goler driving hard, gets across the 45 to the 46-yard line for the first down. He was upended by Ramsey and Jim Bright, but it's a first down for Nebraska. The Cornhuskers are just grinding it out. Hum this time. Inside handoff to Rogers. Rogers cutting to the inside.
Hey, I'll tell you, there was a move right there.
And
let's watch this move right here, Tom, with Rogers coming back on the wing back reverse. He'll lose a man right here. I don't know who it is.
Ellis.
But he cuts right by him. Oh, it's beautiful to watch this man run. Ellis was fortunate, I think, in tripping him. But Johnny Rogers can do a lot of things for you on offense. A great weapon to have.
Second down, a yard to go. Hum back to throw, looking for a receiver, passing over the center, incomplete. He intended for Rogers. He was wide open, but he couldn't hold on to it.
Well, I'll tell you, we had no pass rush that time. I don't know how long Dave Hum took to throw that ball, but Johnny Rogers ran one of the longest patterns I've ever seen. Looked like a giant banana. And Hum just sat back there and waited him to finish that pattern. Going to need a little stronger pass rush on Hum.
All right, third down, short yardage, a yard to get it up to first. Ball on the 45-yard line of UCLA. Bruins lead 17-10. A straightaway smash, and it's another first down. The guy who got it that time was Damkroger. Maury Damkroger, a 215-pound fullback. Hocano made the tackle. Ball on the 41-yard line of UCLA. Clock ticking away with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the third quarter. UCLA leads 17-10. Handoff again to Dan Krobler. Straight away, he gets it up this time to about the 36-yard line. And the physical pounding that big Nebraska line is hammering the UCLA defensive line might be taking its toll. Brett McNeil making the tackle.
Nebraska's not doing anything real fancy right here. They're just driving inside the guards. They'll change it occasionally, hit the tackles, and then occasionally go outside with Johnny Rogers on a pitch or perhaps on a wingback reverse. Nothing fancy here, just good, solid football. Oh, I thought he was back in time.
The second man through. This time, it's Goller again as he got to about the 27-yard line. Another first down.
Here's a replay on Goller, and we haven't heard much about this man, but he's a pretty good runner. There's some good moves here. Some fine, hard running.
There's a penalty flag down, apparently against UCLA, and it's refused. Offsides. And so the Bruins have got to pull up their handkerchiefs and really go to work here now. Nebraska is driving. That time I think the Cornhuskers were offsides. The left guard looked like he shot just ahead of the break of the ball. The man who stopped him was Tom Waddell, the big right tackle, head on with Goller, who got nowhere that time.
Good time to take the down.
I don't know, with that type of a grinding offense, Gary, I think I might take the yardage. They refuse it. We'll see what happens.
Murray Damkroger here has come in for Bill Oles and looked mighty fine here during the late parts of the third quarter. I don't know if Oles is hurt or Damkroger is doing such a great job. They're going to keep him in here.
Rogers on the right side as Hum this time goes straight back to throw. Passes over the center. And again, Allen intercepts. The ball is on the 10-yard line. Well, Mr. Jimmy Allen, defensive back from Pierce Junior College, has got himself 2 interceptions tonight, both out of the hands of Mr. Johnny Rogers.
I think it was a bad decision by Hum this time. Rogers was pretty well covered by Allen. Had a lot of time to throw, and he had some other people open. Allen just stepped in front and grabbed that ball. They probably throw him behind him also.
Bruins take it over on their own 10-yard line. 1st and 10. The handoff. Quarterback sneak by Harmon. He gets it out across the 17-yard line. And it looks like a Nebraska man is shaken up on the play. Harper coming out of the ball game. He's their All-American defensive end. Tom Rudd made that tackle. Harper looks like he might have hurt his arm. Holding that left arm very quietly. All right, second down, 2 yards to go. UCLA's ball on the 17. The ball carrier this time is McAllister. He tries to find an opening at right tackle. Got caught, I think, by his own blocker out to about the 19-yard line. James just had nowhere to run except up the back of his own man. Picked up a yard on the play. A yard to go for the first down.
Hey, here's a big first down. This is going to be a tough one. Nebraska knows it. Keep the Bruins deep in their own territory, and then Johnny Rogers get a chance to run that ball from about the 40 on in. It's a big first down. You keep control of the ball. Another shot to get this ball further out of your own territory. I don't think he made it.
Nebraska line on the right side, stopping Harmon on the swing around the left side. The big guy in there, number 90, John Dutton, the right tackle, making the stop. Ball is marked short of the 20 by 3 inches.
Yeah, that's happened about the third time tonight. Oh, you can't. Well, that's a toughie. What do you do?
The quarter is over, and the coaches are signaling for that.
Thank goodness. That'll give them a little time to think it over.
So they'll find out what happens. And so at the end of the third quarter, the score is UCLA 17, Nebraska 10. Saturday the 23rd at 7:30, the Bruins will be back in the Coliseum to host the defending Big Ten champions, the Michigan Wolverines. Dial UCLA 101 for ticket information. Barnes this time kicking off to the right side. The ball squirts and goes out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. And that's one way to keep Johnny Rogers from returning a kick. Kick it out of bounds.
The Bruins had a tough decision to make. They were 4th down in inches, maybe 1 inch, on their own 19-yard line.
All right, Hum is the quarterback. Olds is the single running back. Hum hands away to Olds straight away. He drives to about the 48-yard line. Number 53 was Herschel Ramsey. He's the boy who was on the bottom of that tackle. What a game that sophomore has played. Beautiful defensive play in the middle of things. The entire Bruin front line has really come up against a physical, tough football team, and so far been holding their own. Hum this time hands to the second man, and he jumps over the line. It's Goller again as he got to the first down at the 45-yard line. Jimmy Allen made the tackle. Goller hurdling over the line that time for the first down. The I formation, Rogers slotted in. Rogers in motion left. Coming back to throw is Hum as he passes over the center of the line. And it's going to be off to the races. Touchdown.
Great play by Hum. I don't know if he saw those linebackers blitzing.
Jerry List was the man. Watch how wide open he is.
Here comes the blitzing linebackers. The Bruins were taking a chance. List, the tight end, on a delay over the middle. And once he caught the ball right here, it was touchdown city. A great call against a blitzing defense, and it was a gamble by the Bruins as Nebraska kept moving the ball against them. Well, the fortunes of football.
Sanger trying to tie it up. His kick is up. It is good. And so it's a 17-17 ball game with 14 minutes and 1 second left to play in the ball game. UCLA 17, Nebraska 17. Now deep for UCLA are McAllister and Johnson. Sanger again kicking high, down. Ball is taken by McAllister at the 5, back to the 10, to the 15, swings to the outside, cuts inside. Down he goes at the 25-yard line. And the guy who tripped him up. We've got the suicide squad in there. as far as the numbers are concerned for Nebraska.
Tell you, tackling McAllister one-on-one, suicide right there.
It was Starkenbaum who made that tackle. So UCLA has it 1st and 10 on their own 24. Harmon, the quarterback. The handoff comes away straight in there to McAllister. He got to the 25-yard line, and that was about it. The left side of that line, driving him back, Tom Pate making the tackle. Gene Blamar goes into right end, replacing Jack Lassner.
Blamar is a pretty good receiver. He's got good speed for a tight end. It might be a play option with the pass. Hey!
Mark Harmon running the football out of bounds at the 42-yard line, and that's a first down for UCLA. 67,702 here tonight. Watching the Bruins.
It's the
Here
reverse
it is.
option. Good decision making by the Bruin quarterback and some fine blocking right here, Campbell. And then further down the field, a good block by the receiver. Allows Harmon to get outside for a fine gain of 19 yards.
This time it's Campbell on the straightaway as he gets out to the 47-yard line.
One thing we have not seen out of the wishbone yet is the deep pitch to the far outside man. Nebraska has shut that off very, very well so far.
It's 2nd down, 5 yards to go, and the Bruins ask for a change of footballs. Apparently the ball is wet.
Harmon and McAllister have been the big running backs for the Bruins tonight. McAllister 14 carries, 74 yards. Harmon has had the ball 16 times, has picked up 58.
2nd down, 5 to go. Driving at the left tackle spot is Johnson. He gets to the 49-yard line of Nebraska, short of the first down by about a yard.
Tom, I don't think I've ever seen a football team miss first down so many times by 1 yard as UCLA has tonight. I think 3 times this evening they've been 4th and 1 inch. It's been so close for them. They really need to control that ball, move it down there for a score right here.
All right, outside is Terry Vernoy now, flanked wide. The wishbone. Loss of footing as he tried to cut. Mark Harmon tried to get the first down, and his feet went out from under him, and that was the end of the first down. The ball marked on the midfield stripe.
And yet it's still 4th and about a yard and a half, a long yard and a half, maybe a full 2.
Barnes goes in for punt formation.
They've just had a hard time this evening converting those crucial 3rd down plays. And when you're playing a team like Nebraska or any football team in a ball game, you've got to convert those 3rd down plays into first downs.
All right, Barnes kicking from his own 35. He really belts this one up in the air. And the Bruins are right there to upset the receiver on that one. Randy Borg took that kick. Rogers didn't get a chance, and Vernoy dumped him at the 19. So Nebraska has 80 yards to go.
Veteran team, they know they have to score here. Just drive it down the field. That's what we'll see.
Inside handoff to Goller. He gets to the 23-yard line. A gain of about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down, 7 yards to go. It's a 17-17 ball game. UCLA's defense has got to stop this tough Nebraska offense. Olds the single running back as Hum is the quarterback. He hands it to Olds, and Olds drives outside. His hit is dropped at the 25-yard line. The officials had better start blowing that whistle while those guys are squirming there, or somebody is going to get hurt.
A lot of pursuit on that Bruin defense. They realize they're going to get blocked, and it's going to take a number of men to bring down that ball player. So they're pursuing a lot. We're seeing a lot of probably tackles made 2 and 3 yards within their defensive line. A lot of men coming across the field, taking stabs
Big play,
at the runner.
3rd and 4th, Gary.
Don't want to talk about it, Tom.
The Cornhuskers going back to throw.
Oh, he's got so much time.
There's no chance. He is dropped. And the boy who got in there that time was Rich Gunther, number 73.
Here we
Dropped
go.
him for a big loss.
There's
the
Harmon. He didn't
Cornhuskers.
have a good time getting away from the center, but he had a lot of time. It must mean the defensive secondary, because he's looking at secondary receivers, did a good job for the Bruins. And here's the crusher. A great play for the Bruins. It gives them a shot, probably with good field position, to try and score here. Middle of the fourth quarter.
All right, a sophomore, John Shara, is back in punt formation. It's a low line drive kick. The ball is bounced. Shara takes it, starts to the right side. He's got a blocker. Look out. Goes down to the 30-yard line. Fine
John
block.
Shira. It's a bad punt. It's a low dribbler. You get these run down your throat. Hey, Shira here is 18 years old. He's a freshman. This is a freshman playing varsity football. A great athlete. He can play many places. And here he comes down with a great punt return and puts UCLA on the 31-yard line. There's a Nebraska player down on the field hurt.
And that's their kicker, Gary. Sanger, Rich Sanger, who is down on the play. Randy Geisler again calls for a change on a football.
Tom, you know, it's a great night for football playing. The game started at 68 degrees. We have a very cool breeze blowing across that field, but I think those ball players are perspiring heavy, and probably Geisler letting his arm get on that ball is dripping water on it. Harmon wants that thing dry in case he has to throw it.
All right, 2nd down, 6. The keeper play. Mark Harmon gets to the 21. That's a first down.
We've seen this a number of times tonight. Here's the step away against the reaction of those Nebraska. Great blocking by this offensive line. And Harmon picks up a first down at the 21. Hey, this is relatively a young offensive line. Geisler, the first time he's played center, he was moved from guard. Hosterman playing against an experienced defense, and they're doing a great job.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 21. The pitch out this time is to McAllister. He's running wide. He moves it down to about the 17-yard line. And the guy that came up with George Kairos to make the tackle along with the left end, Menstedt.
I think that's the first time that the Bruins have been able to get outside with the wishbone. The quarterback actually pitching to the deepest man. And that would be McAllister in that situation. Hey, those backs have a rough job on that wishbone. They're always moving every play. They don't get too many chances for pass blocking. They're always moving right and left. Johnson and McAllister have to be in great shape.
All right, here we go from the wishbone. The second man through this time. McAllister fumbles. Jim McAllister. A mix-up with Harmon and McAllister, recovered by Nebraska.
We can see what happens here. It's the first mistake, the first major mistake the Bruins have made. I don't think McAllister ever thought he had the ball, or that he may have been getting it. But what an untimely fumble. And that ball sat there a long time. I don't think anybody knew where it was.
Nebraska Cornhuskers take it over on their own 16. Hum, the quarterback. Inside handoff to Johnny Rogers. Rogers tries to go left, but this time Alan Ellis is on top of him. Fred McNeil also in on the play.
And that's the first time the Bruins have stopped that play. Nebraska's been very successful bringing Rogers back in on that reverse. So much lateral speed, Tom. It doesn't look like he loses a second when he stops. It looks like he starts up at full speed right away on a 90-degree turn.
2nd and 11. Hum, the quarterback, from his own 16. Hum going back. The flags are flying. Hum ready to throw. Tries to go to the outside. He's being pursued. Throws the pass. The pass is caught. Out of bounds. No good. Rogers, the receiver, but he caught it out of bounds. Jimmy Allen right on top of him, and I think Nebraska is going to pick it up for moving ahead of the football that time.
I think all 7 men on the line moved early. It looked like a staggered start. Definitely a mix-up on the single calling by Nebraska.
UCLA takes the down. It's 3rd down and 11 yards. UCLA got to stop Nebraska on this big play. We'll see what the Cornhuskers come up with. Are they going to throw deep in their territory? Put that football in the air. It can be intercepted. It's dangerous. Oles is the running back at the fullback spot.
Let's look for a pass to that tight end.
That's what it is. Oles is hit. Dropped at the 21. He doesn't get the first down. The guy who came up to meet him that
key
time.
Play. Hum dropping back, looking like a pass.
Is the guy. Watch this stick by Hocano right there. Bang.
Fine play, and the Bruin defense has come through twice here late in the 4th quarter.
John Chera again in to take the ball.
And has caused Nebraska to punt only for the 2nd time.
Sanger
Both
again
late
kicking.
in the 4th quarter.
Sanger gets off a kick. Chera takes it. He is down on the 45-yard line. The official said his knee hit at the 43. So the Bruins take over 1st and 10 at that point. Six minutes and 13 seconds left to play in the ball game. The score is UCLA 17, Nebraska 17. 1st and 10. The handoff to Campbell, and Campbell drives almost to midfield. Crossed that time on a cross pattern. The fullback went to the right side. Ball moved up just short of midfield. Quick hitter, the center, Glover making the tackle. The middle guard, Rich Glover, number 79. He's everything they've said about him. He's big and quick and tough. The Bruins out of the huddle. The wishbone on the left side is Vernoy. Mark Harmon on the quarterback sneak. This time is grabbed by the big linebacker. Tom Dutton pulled him back. Picked up about 2 yards on the play. Tom Rude also in on the play. Ball marked at the 49-yard line. Short of the first down.
Tom, I think here's a biggie. 3rd and 2. Actually about 3rd and 1.5.
The Bruins have had tough on these 3rd down plays. They got to get this one if they want to keep it going. Nebraska bunches up in the middle. The handoff comes to Kermit Johnson. He's got the first down. Moved it to the 45-yard line.
Take a look at it. Johnson actually hit once behind the line of scrimmage. Right here. And he shook off a great defensive player, and Harper driving, actually riding a defensive player on his back to get the first down.
4 minutes and 50 seconds left to play in the ball game. The Bruins are at the Nebraska 45. And now Efren Herrera looms large in the possible scoring. The handoff to McAllister. And he goes to the 35.
I'll tell you, he was almost gone. This looks like a reverse.
He's quick. Watch him.
He's quick, strong, and big. Everything we thought he would be. It's a counter action. Linebacker moved out. Here he comes through there. He looks just almost right there. Good tackle. Looks very similar to a young man that played at USC, I think, Tom. Wearing the same number.
Mr. O.J. Simpson could run with the football, and James McAllister has that kind of a future. 2nd and 1. The Bruins on the drive. This time again it's McAllister, and he carries the middle guard Glover for the first down.
I'm not going to say too much of what's going on here this evening, but not until the time gets down to 0-0-0. But what a great performance by a young UCLA football team.
Bobby Farrell in the backfield for UCLA now, replacing McAllister at the running back spot. Again, it's Campbell on the cross. He gets to the 35, the 30-yard line. Pickup of about 3 yards before he is driven back. Big guy pulled him that time was Tom Rudd, the linebacker on the left side. UCLA now sending in players with the signals. Not taking any chance with the signals from the coaches. The backfield at the moment is Harmon at quarterback. Farrell at the left halfback spot. Campbell at the fullback, and Johnson at the right half. They reversed that time, but the big tackle on the right side, Tom Dutton, jammed it and mixed it all up.
Very similar to the play that we saw McAllister make such great yardage on. Nebraska was not fooled the second time. Tom, I think we're going to have to hit a pass down here to get back into field goal range. Efren has not been strong on his field goal tonight. Missed two relatively short ones for him, 22 and 27. And did not have much arch on the ball, so maybe we can see the Bruins putting the ball up in the air. Try and get in at least that first down and get closer into the field goal range.
We'll find out.
Oh!
Pass over the center. And that's a first down.
What a fine play by number 7, Mark Harmon.
A great pass under heavy pressure, I'll tell you. First down.
We've got a chance here. I don't want to tell you Nebraska hasn't lost in 32 games. There's 2:13 left to play. They might let this clock run down to the 2-minute warning. There's no sense in getting hurried here.
The Bruins have it on the 20-yard line. First and 10.
We're under 2.
They drive down this time to about the 17-yard line as Johnson is the ball carrier.
The roars are coming. There's a lot of people in the stands with a lot of red on that are awful quiet right now. And I'll tell you, it looks like it's about half and half between the red and the blue.
The ball is on the 17-yard line. It's second down and about 7 to go. UCLA working away with the clock. Mark Harmon on the quarterback sneak, gets it out to the 15-yard line.
And they may just be going into the middle of the field for Efren. The last time Nebraska lost was in 1970 to Missouri, 17-7. I'm sorry, that was in 69. They tied SC here in the Coliseum in 1970, 21-21, and went on to win 32 games from there.
UCLA, ball on the 14-yard line. Third down and about 5. Hey, flags go flying. Motion in the backfield at UCLA. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, but they'll get the extra down. We'll see if Nebraska takes it or refuses it.
Well, I'm sure they realize that the Bruins are just trying to get into position closer and closer for Efren. I wonder how Efren feels right now. He's got to know what the Bruins are doing. He's the man on the spot.
They refused it.
I'm surprised.
Ball is at the 13.
And in comes Efren.
There are 43 seconds left to play in the ball game. And the little guy, number 1. It all hangs right with him. Does this 32-game winning streak go down the tube? Well, we'll know in a second. Herrera's kick is up.
It's good.
It's good.
They got to hang on for 22 seconds. It's good. We got 22 seconds to go.
Look at them mob Herrera.
It's pandemonium in the Coliseum and in this press box, for that matter. I think I'm speechless. Look at the sidelines. That's all. The stands are worse. Please understand, we've got 22 seconds to go. There's plenty of time. A pass interference play could put Nebraska in good position. But let me tell you, I don't think anyone in the world had any idea with 22 seconds left in this football game that UCLA would be ahead and have Nebraska with their backs to the wall and in the corner.
Herrera's kicking, and he kicks it high. The ball is out of bounds.
And the clock does not start. Not until an offensive man or a kick return man, a Nebraska man, touches that ball. And Nebraska may take the ball where it went out of bounds.
Nebraska is signaling that they want the football there.
They want the football right there. I think that's a strange decision. But so be it.
The ball went out of bounds at the 25-yard line. If Nebraska wants the football there, the official marks it at the 29. UCLA has got 22 seconds.
Oh, I don't want to say it. The last loss once again. Nebraska to Missouri. Missouri defeated them 17-7 in 1969.
UCLA with a three-man line. Everybody in the backfield. Hum is going to be throwing. You can be sure of that. He's looking.
The ball is knocked down.
And now it's 19 seconds.
The longest 3 seconds I've seen. Here we go. Hum back to throw. Who's jumping up there? Number 64. Maybe Norfleet knocking that ball down. I'm sorry, it's Rick Baska. I'm losing my composure here. We may be watching the greatest win for UCLA in its college football history.
Hum again
Right
back
here.
to throw, looking.
Oh,
trying
rush
to
him.
find. Being rushed. Tries to go to the outside. He runs out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
It's going to be some great pass
Baska
defense.
again forcing him out. 12 seconds left to play.
I think the most fearful thing here is a pass interference call. Oh, Johnny Rogers. That's enough to worry about. We've got 12 seconds left.
Back to throw, and again he's got pressure over the center. It's incomplete. Hum could not get that football to the man that time.
He might be tightening up there that time.
8 seconds left to play in the ball game.
Well, we've got a flag down. What did he call there? Pushing on UCLA.
First down at the 40-yard line.
I wonder if that's a Midwest judge.
The big 8 seconds on the scoreboard. As soon as the ball is snapped, the clock starts. UCLA leading by 3 points. 20-17.
Oh, I didn't even see that last one. I moved him out of a
The
hole.
Bruins in a prevent pass defense. Hum the quarterback. Hum going back again to throw. He's again in the center with pressure. Throws, the pass is caught. Rogers is dropped at the 40.
There's 1 second.
1 second left in the ball game.
We've got 1 second. Here's Hum going back to throw. Not only 3 men rushing. Rogers is wide open. Good pressure, gets the ball off. Rogers makes a fine catch and dropped immediately. Don't let him get out of bounds. We've got 1 second left. You know, a Nebraska player did not call timeout there. Devaney was down on the field and called that timeout.
Devaney was jumping up and down on the sidelines to certainly try to prove to his players to start thinking. There's the young man, Dave Hum, number 12. He's got 40 yards to go with 1 second. This is the last play of the ball game, or UCLA has pulled off one of the stunning upsets of the 1972 season, or any season for that matter. 32 football games without a defeat. Twice national champions. Nebraska has got it on the line right now with 1 play left.
Oh, we can't have any pass interference here. The game cannot end on a penalty.
Hum going back to pass. Hum is pressured. He throws. The pass is knocked down. It's all over. And UCLA has stopped the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and look at the pandemonium on the football field.
I can't believe it. I don't know what to say. I think you'll see it on the screen right here. I can't find Pepper. I can't find anybody but a lot of happy football players. Very reminiscent of 1965 and the Bruins' defeat over SC.
And look at the red stands on our left.
I think they're in
It looked
shock.
as though somebody has just called a mortuary convention. There's Pepper in the middle, and what a happy guy he should be. Pepper Rogers has been laying in the weeds for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And we should like to mention at this time that John McKay, the Southern California coach, called this one about 10 days ago. when he said that Nebraska is going to come out there expecting a piece of corn from the UCLA Bruins, and the Bruins have got some football players. I think the Nebraska Cornhuskers found that out tonight. The final score again, as Bedlam reigns at the Coliseum, UCLA 20, Nebraska 17.